Here's the thing, 90% of boat buyers and sellers have no idea how boats actually get sold. They believe one broker lists and one broker sells, but that's not how the industry works at all.
About half the time, it's the listing broker that brings the buyer, and somebody's leaving money on the table.
In the next 5 minutes, we're going to break down Co-Brokerage for you, the system that moves billions of boat sales every year, and explain to you how understanding it can save you thousands of dollars, whether you're looking to buy or sell.
All right, co-brokerage. What is it? Co-brokerage is actually when two brokers work together to sell a boat. One broker, called the listing agent, represents the seller, and the other broker brings a buyer, or called the selling agent. And the two brokers work together to close the deal on this boat. In the traditional model, at the time the seller signs his listing agreement, he usually agrees to a commission of 8 to 10% of the selling cost of his vessel. Now here's what blows people's minds. The commission is the same whether or not a buyer's broker gets involved. When another broker brings a buyer, they normally agree to split the commission. So let's say you're selling a $500,000 boat at a 10% commission. That's $50,000 total, split $25,000 to each broker. When you list with Current Yachts, there is no mandatory buyer's side commission. Here's what makes Current Yachts different. We put it in the hands of the seller to decide how much he wants to compensate the buyer's side broker. If there's no co-broker involved, the cost to the seller is zero.
This is crucial to understand. In the traditional yacht brokerage market, the seller agrees to pay a commission, not knowing if a co-broker will be involved to bring the buyer. And yet, in more than half of boat deals, the listing broker will be the only broker. In other words, in about half of transactions, the seller is paying his or her broker double. So why does the industry work this way? 2 reasons: market reach and specialized expertise.
First, market reach. When you list your boat, you want it in front of as many qualified buyers as possible. Your listing broker puts it on MLS systems, on websites and their network, but other brokers also have their own networks, their own buyers looking for exactly what you're selling. If a broker has a client looking for a 45-foot catamaran and you're selling one, co-brokerage allows that broker to bring their buyer to your listing. Suddenly, your pool of potential buyers just expanded by thousands. Second, specialized expertise. Maybe you're selling a sailboat, but a powerboat specialist has a client who just decided they want to switch to sailing. That powerboat broker can represent their buyer, while your sailing specialized broker handles the seller side. Everyone works with an expert in their corner. Co-brokerage creates a cooperative market where brokers are incentivized to show each other's listings because they'll get paid when they bring a buyer. Current Yachts encourages co-brokerage and simply opens the conversations with its sellers.
If you're selling, here is why co-brokerage is your friend. Number 1, maximum exposure. Your boat isn't just being marketed by one broker, it's being marketed by potentially hundreds of brokers who have active buyers. Number 2, faster sales. More eyeballs mean more showings, more offers, and typically a quicker sale. Time on market matters because boats depreciate and cost money to maintain. Number 3, competitive offers. When multiple brokers are bringing buyers, you're more likely to get competing offers, which can drive up your final sale price. And remember, with Current Yachts, you're only paying the co-brokerage side if there is a co-broker present. You're essentially getting an army of brokers working to sell your boat when your listing is open for co-brokerage.
Now, if you're buying, co-brokerage is equally valuable, maybe even more so. First, in most cases, you can get representation at no cost to you. The seller pays the commission, not the buyer. But to ensure proper agency, make sure you sign a representation agreement with a professional broker, an advocate negotiating for you, arranging showings, your survey, handling offers on your behalf, and so on. That's the only way to have someone on your side. In the absence of a buyer's representation agreement, you are working with a broker who is a sub-agent of the listing agent. And that's a crucial difference. Your broker's job is to protect your interests, help you remediate problems identified during survey, negotiate the best price, and make sure you don't get burned. Remember this, the listing agent's priority is to get the boat sold for top dollar, which is not compatible with you getting the best price in the boat you've chosen to buy. Second, access to more inventory. Your broker can show you any boat on the market, not just their own listings. You're not limited to one broker's inventory. What's more, if you have a buyer's rep agreement in place, you're represented with private listings as well. Third, and this is huge, The asking price already factors in the cost of co-brokerage.
Next, let me dispel a few myths for you. Myth number 1. If I go directly to the listing broker, I'll get a better deal. False. The listing broker still make the full commission. They don't have to split it. You don't save any money, and you just lost your advocate. You do not have more negotiation power. Myth number 2. Co-brokerage slows down the transaction. Actually, no. Professional yacht brokers work together to make the deal come through. This is literally how they make money. Myth number 3. All brokers work perfectly together. All right, this one is only half true. Obviously, like in any profession, some brokers work more collaboratively than others. It is in your interest to find the best professional to represent your interests. So there you have it. Co-brokerage demystified. It's not complicated, it's not shady. That's just how brokers work together to ensure fair representation of both buyers and sellers.
Whether you're buying or selling, understanding co-brokerage helps you make smarter decisions.
If this helped, hit that like button and subscribe for more straight talk about yacht ownership.
Drop a comment. We read everyone. Fair winds.